Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. In the last episode, we refined this refinery a little bit more, and now I believe it is in fact working. We see that our heavy oil is being used, our light oil is being used. These things are constantly in production, which is pretty good. This guy needs to empty a little quicker, I think. So we just need to make sure that is working. We have a stable supply of stuff, so let's get a couple of extra trucks involved. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to actually get rid of these things. So let's demolish some of this stuff. Yeah, let's demolish some of this stuff. I don't think we no longer need that. We no longer need this. We could get rid of a lot of this stuff actually. This guy, I think this guy will be a backup for us. This guy will be a backup for us. So what I'll do is I'll upgrade this guy. We'll do a bit of a quick deliver there. We'll get rid of this. And this will be our backup diesel in case of emergency diesel setup. What we could do is we can leave that here, or we could move the power completely to the other side. But I did think we need to expand our power production a little bit by adding. I think it will work to kind of do this, right? If we do this, let's do a couple of that, and we'll add another high pressure turbine in here, and yeah, it needs to do a little bit of this, right? So let's do that. How much pressure that is? Actually 24 only. So we'll do a single little pipe like that. I think we can go ahead and build that. We will also need the output, the waste, so the smokestack. So the smokestack can go in there, and then I think we can comfortably start building the rest of it. We've got enough parts and things like that. Our crude is going up. Our diesel is looking amazing. We are seeing the wood production dropping down a little bit, so we can see if we can't keep that, improving that a little bit. This should give us a bit more power. I have never actually put them in a line like that properly. We'll see what we can do from that piece. And then from here, it's actually pretty good. This thing just needs to make sure it keeps emptying out a little bit quicker. We don't want sour water to be built up everywhere, but actually sulfur production is something that does need to happen at some point. And we finish the delivery here and have a quick look. So now we've got ample electricity production, right? So these guys are P6, right? Yeah, they're all P6. So they will be providing electricity first before any of these guys are going to do its thing. So that's awesome. That helps us out a little bit. That gives us a little bit more electricity. Lots of diesel, lots of crude. Actually working pretty well. We should have ample rubber available. We could even expand that a little bit. But that's all good, actually. That's really all good. Perfect. Okay, now, steel smelting. Okay, let's have a look over here. I'm currently doing construction 3 so we can get to sulfur processing after that. But steel smelting becomes another important thing for us. There's also some other things here that we need, including ship's weapons that I would like to do. Let's add sulfur processing beyond this. We can now also start doing... Ooh, excellent. I like that. The food market is something I would like to add to, not too distant future. Then some ship's weapons as well. Okay, steel processing. Let's have a look at the steel process. So in order to do steel, we do a cooled caster. So basically, the blast furnace creates the molten iron. Okay, and then the molten steel. How do we get to molten steel? Oh, we're done with it, right? The oxygen furnace. Yeah, the oxygen furnace then takes the molten iron plus oxygen and creates molten steel. And now I don't think I can create the oxygen. Let's go back in here, because one thing that I didn't think about was that I need this guy to create oxygen, the cracking unit, the air separator. At the very least, I need that. So Let's go back. Let's remove from the queue. Let's remove from the queue. Even let's remove that one from the queue. We'll then straight go into biofuel here. Yeah, we really need to do this in slightly different orders, I think. I was wondering about, this thing is nice and full, ready to go, and we have stopped dumping everywhere but here, right? Is this our only dumping ground? Let's have a quick look at what's going on with mining and dumping. So we're actually dumping over here, and that might not be the best thing. If we wanted to, I don't think we're going to change this up anytime soon, but eventually we may. For the time being, it's probably appropriate, right? Probably going to do its trick for a fair bit of time. But what I did wonder about, actually, is we've got these guys stopped most of the time. So what I did wonder is, can we, let's have a look at what's going on with the mining here. And there's so much of it underneath here that I kind of wondered whether we just go start digging it out here and get it all done with. So if I went and said, let's get some retaining structures in place. Retaining structures, if we do the long retaining walls, and I kind of squeezed it in. Yeah, let's just do something like this, right? Keep going. Okay, let's do something like that. That gives us the ability to go and dig stuff out here. I don't think we need... What we need to do is we need to be cautious how deep we can actually go here. So let's do that. Let's have a quick look. So if we now go and say, well, what we'll do is we'll start digging out... Is that the max we can do before it becomes problematic? Should we stop it like that? Is that the 5? Let's go back and have a look at it on this side. Yeah, it is probably just that much we can do. Probably just that much we can do. That's good. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so if I do that, right? Like, so we do a 4 wide, then we flatten it out for... Actually, let's flatten it out for something like that. Excellent. Now let's do a cross or a T or a corner. We'll do a corner. I can't... there we go. Corner there. We'll do some more retaining structures through here, and I need to keep the shift in place. Okay, so that should do the trick. What I'll also do is I'll probably retain it on this side up to there. Right? Yeah, so we kind of have this as our big ramp down. And then I want to do a proper dig out here. See how that works. Presumably we could even do it now. Let's do it here. We'll have a little bit less room on the inside then. Oh, we don't actually need to. Anyway, that's fine. So let's do this. So let's do this. We could have copied it into the other direction. So if we do something like that, right, that should be fine. Then we can see where we're at once that's kind of done. Right. So I'm pretty keen for us to start digging this thing out. So let's cancel digging this. Right. I'll cancel all of that, so they'll come and start digging that. But what I'll actually also do is just make sure our our retaining walls are being built. And what I'll do is I'll quick deliver for the first 2 on each side, because it'll take them a while to get beyond that. But so let's see about that. I want to start planning out a pretty decent section here. Now, with those things ready to go, what we will need to do is probably get an extra truck here and start dumping stuff a little bit. Now, the question is, did I want to dump? I think I did want to dump a proper section in through here. So let's do a bit of a dumping area. Flat ground, please. We'll keep it there. And what we'll do is no. Flat. We'll do a little something like this. Presumably, well, let's keep it separated there. We may use that for a dump or something in the future, but I think that's going to be a pretty good spot if we do that. What I also wanted to do here is probably give ourselves a mining control tower in this very spot here. Okay, I'm also comfortable to unpause it and do a bit of a quick deliver for it. What can be dumped here? Definitely not waste. Dirt and rock and slag and is there anything else? Anything else that can be dumped here at the mining control tower? Gravel, maybe? I'm not sure if we'll have gravel, but if we have gravel, we can dump that as well. Okay, so that's what we'll dump there. I also wanted to maybe edit our area to just make sure that we're sorting out at least this side, and then we'll move to the other side then. There we go. So now we've got a dumping site here, and I'm kind of intrigued. What I will do is I'll stop the dumping right in here. So let's stop that dumping for the time being. And we'll move it from there. Is this dumping area full? Yeah, it's pretty much full. This dumping spot here. So can I? Let's see. Can I? I'll probably be able to expand it a little bit. Dumping flat. Let's do that. And we'll do that. So we'll add a little bit more room for dumping waste there, and we'll hopefully get to a point where we can sort that out. So now this is actively working, and dumping is happening. Oh, I've got a dumping area here. Let's clear that out so the guys actually go and dump in the other area there. What I will do is I'll add a couple more trucks to it. I'll probably need to build a few more vehicles actually. So let's line up a few more vehicles. I think we're pretty good with all of this, and let's get a couple of excavators in there too. I will need to build some of these things. This is looking pretty good actually, guys. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good on this. I've added some more storage, so we've got a little bit of a bigger buffer on some of these things. I think on this one it's okay. Also on that one, we're actually not creating these things quick enough. We'll come back and have a look at how we expand that. No mining tower as what? No place to dump products. What products are you trying to dump, buddy? Mine control tower, no available place to dump products. What is that you're in there? So we can use Unity to do that, but so does that mean you can't actually get to over here? This takes dirt, right? Oh, notify cannot be disposed. Okay, hang on. I'm on the wrong side of things here. So this is dirt and slag and rock and gravel, right? So now I'm assuming things is gonna, yeah, here they come. Massive amounts of vehicles making their moves this way. Yeah, so anyway, that is looking pretty good. So now we'll start seeing some dumping happening. Now it's a long distance, so we're certainly going to see some struggling of things in terms of, yeah, anyway, we'll see some struggling of potentially some of the diesel. Why is this not okay? what we do need to do... Oh, I think this isn't actually sufficient throughput. So let's do a quick deliver there. We'll get a little bit more here. We'll do a quick deliver there. Now, I believe that should be okay. Now, this should get sufficient stuff. Capacity of this thing is now 200 every 60 seconds, so we should be fine. Do we need to upgrade this one? Let's just upgrade that one as well, because it's from that point where it then splits off to these two different ones where they need 6 and 6. So they didn't actually need that upgrade, but anyway, I think the upgrades now will continue to see sufficient power production. It should really. It's missing an input. Whoa, this is missing an input too? It's not getting water? Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. We're using way more water. Ah, here we go. Let's go and get that sorted out. This was our bottleneck here. So if that's sorting itself out now, that should move more water through here. What's going on with our water in this area? Now, that's looking pretty good. Okay, is that looking better? Yeah, I think that's looking better now. Yeah, that's all good. That's filled up with water. That's filled up with water. Yeah, so we should be fine. This is empty, so it'll move on to the next. That's empty too, so it'll move on to coal. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. This is, however, not producing sufficient for all of this. Yeah. So we really can't run all of that from this. But I think it's doing a decent job at keeping everything kind of going. Kind of going. And this is, we're starting to dig this thing out quite nicely. I like this idea. I wouldn't mind adding an extra one to the mix here and even an extra little truck there. So we can just start digging this out in a little bit more of an organized fashion. And the dirt can make its way to where it needs to go pretty quickly. And then we can see about expanding our mine here a little bit more. Wouldn't mind. We should reach a limestone again in this area. Good. This thing could be done better as well, but that's okay. And I should be, I should have plenty of certain things available. That's good. That's good. This is that's all good. Yeah, excellent. We've got a lot of stuff. The limestone is in fact dropping, so I'm hoping we'll get to limestone fairly quickly now. If I go in here again, is the limestone too far under? It may be that it's way too far and we're not going to get there. In which case, I may want to add another. I may want to add one of them over here. Construction 3 is done now. Biofuel is underway. Let's expand our digging. Just a little bit over here on this side. And what I'll do is I'll get one of these guys to make sure you focus on getting the limestone, please. So if you can go up here and make sure you get some limestone. Keep getting limestone while we continue to dig down there. Probably do. Ooh, we actually have two of them. Now the question is, do I? Yeah, let's sort out this one first. Let's add an extra one here, so we keep digging this and filling up on that side. I think that's a good starting point there. Yeah, let's do that, and I'll grab a couple of extra vehicles, so we can quite comfortably go up to the 70 mark before we need to make sure we do something a little bit further. So now that we've got construction 3, I don't know construction 3 gives us anything that we wanted straight away. It gives us assembly electric 2, and it gives us the concrete mixer 2. So what does concrete mixer 2 give us that concrete mixer 1 does not? I'm assuming a quicker. Ooh, we don't have. We need to make sure we get the next piece of the puzzle ready to go. Food should be no problems, so I don't need that straight away. what I did wonder is, let's have a quick look at what the situation is over here. So this guy produces 3 cement, okay? And then this guy uses 1.5, and this guy uses 1.5. So really, we've got no issues. It's completely balanced from a cement perspective. So if this guy, it's basically, these guys are just slow in terms of getting things done. But if we speed it up, the cement will be a challenge. Yeah, that's basically the issue here. If we slow it down, the cement will be the challenge. So what we could do is we could double up on the production here and speed these guys up, or do another one right over here. We could add a, well, if we boosted this, right, we'll get 6 cement instead of the 3. And then if we boost this one, yeah, so if we boost all 3 of them, we should be able to do a fair bit more concrete. So let's do that. Let's get our concrete filled up a little better. I think that should be fine, and our Unity should kind of hold. Our Unity should kind of hold there. What happened? Let's have a look at sending our boat out somewhere for some more exploration. Let's head out over here and see what we can find. This guy is filled up with crude, and that guy's filled up with crude, so that's all good. We do need sulfur. Biofuel will give us the air separator so that we can start making steel. That was the intent. But what we can also start looking at now is what can we, using this guy, do parts 2? We can, but we need steel for that. So we do need to get our steel setup sorted. This is the parts 2. So once we add, yeah, we could run it. We could run a separate setup through here. Excellent. So let's start planning that out. So we could use manual assembly. Is not going to give it to us. This guy will, at a pretty slow speed. So we can just do basic electric assembly as a starting point. Maybe somewhere over here. Okay, so let's start planning this out. So let's do that. So we will this guy. I kind of wonder. Whoa, ship in battle. That's new. So we're making a run for it, right? Okay, well that's all good. I'm assuming we can't then go here. We have to go all the way back there. Yeah, do we have fuel reserves? We have fuel reserves for 750. We won't be able to make it there. So let's just go back. So we found some pirates. That's okay. Now, back to this, right? We will need these vehicles to get in to all of these things. Right, so what I was kind of wondering is, do I do a bit of this? So if I do, if we clear that out, right, and I then grab a new flat conveyor, and we do that, we'll drop those materials off there, so that'll work. Now, what we can do is we can run another flat conveyor through there. Okay, so that's getting these guys out of here, and they should still be able to pick that up. Now the question is, do we need, or we would like to expand this. I don't mind having a little bit of a conveyor here. It does take power, but I don't mind that. And then if we run that in here, is this wide enough to provide everything we need? So what I will need to do is we will provide a unit storage in here. And that should give us the ability to... Yeah, okay, let's do that. And we'll provide a unit storage on this side. Okay, and we'll loop you in that way. So now we can at least have the extra one. Let's get the extra one in there straight away. So let's do the copy, and we'll do that, and we'll expand this one in that way. Now this guy goes this way and that way. So the guy should be able to deliver in here. What I would want to do is put a bit of a ramp in place. So if we go and have ourselves a bit of a ramp like this. I think that's okay. It's a little tight, maybe. Maybe not as clean cut as we would have liked. So let's run. Oh, then we will have to run it through here and through there. So there we go. So now that whole setup should give us the parts 2, and we only need a 1 to start with. And this guy needs to be filled up with steel, and we need to kind of keep it full. And this guy will then become construction parts 3, and we'll let that be. So we can actually start the build process on that once research is done. So we can quite comfortably now set up steel. So we'll move towards steel. In the meantime, what we can also do, I don't think we need desalination just yet. Let's go with sulfur processing and try and improve what we're doing there. And then we'll see about maybe organic fertilizer. Settlement power would be of interest as well. How much power would this actually use? We could then add that to the queue. So let's go sulfur processing and then add settlement power to the queue so we get a little bit more unity, especially since we're starting to use the unity now. Oh, well, that's all done. So let's remove the boost. I think we're all good on that. Excellent. So that's all good and can quite comfortably run straight through now. This is all good. We're running plenty of power, I believe. No issues whatsoever. Is that thing full? That is pretty much full. Let's go over here. Is this thing full? That's full as well. So sulfur is getting a little closer. So we'll get to doing that. Now, what we need to do is go to a steel process. So let's have a look. Back to the steel situation. That's gonna be the last thing we end up doing in this episode. So from a blast furnace. So now we need to run, I believe, another blast furnace. Yeah, this thing is a little bit of a disaster. We could, well, steel should be pretty easy to get here. Okay, let's set that up. So another blast furnace, that'll give us. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just do a completely new setup over here. We don't. Do we need to expand it in the same spot? Nah, no way. That's okay. So it can come through here. So let's start it in line. We'll give ourselves a bit of room, and we'll start it over there. So that's our steel one, and maybe we work our way from the back. Actually, let's do that instead. Well, let's leave this as a bit of an indicator for how much room we want to have here. And then from here, the next thing we do is the not the metal caster, the oxygen furnace. So that's 24, right? That's 24. Then we have the oxygen furnace. I think something like that should be about right. Oh, unless we flip it around. Yeah, I think that's about appropriate. Okay, so if we do that, so I'm not doing it from the end. Oxygen furnace, and and then the cooled caster, which gives us 12. So, that is actually a perfect setup there. So then we'll do this one as the cooled caster. And we'll flip it around. If we do something like this, and we need 2 of them. So if we do, yeah, let's flip it around again. We'll do this. Do it up to there, and then we'll do another one, another cooled caster. We'll flip that around. Yeah, that's the one. And what I'll do is I'll actually move them one down. So let's cut that, and we'll move them one down like so. There we go. Now we would like the molten channels to do that and that. I believe that's going to be all good. We want the molten channel to go there. Okay, that's all good. We can get these two probably to the same one. Now let's get the air separator. Now that gives us nitrogen, our oxygen and nitrogen. What does this thing actually need? It needs 18. So we can actually run 2 of them. So we can quite comfortably run a dual setup over here. So if I do, we'll leave a little bit more room. Yeah, we could actually squeeze it in on that side. Okay. So we'll do this. We'll get the smokestack. This one takes 600. This one takes 60. How much does this get off? 24 and 24. Now the question is, well, probably just a small smokestack is all that's going to be okay. Okay, so we'll do a bit of this. Bit of that. There we go. So we'll have that going. We, in order to generate this, we will be generating slag. So we'll probably run slag back into this direction. So give me the loose storage. It's going to be okay. We'll get the slag to come back this way. Here we will again be doing loose storages. And what I'm kind of wondering about is doing this. Yeah, if I do something like this, we should have... Well, let's do that. One on that side, and then eventually one in here, and we should have vehicles be able to access that middle area. That's okay, that's fine. Then this guy can run on the bottom, and this guy can just the 2. Let's just go up by... Yeah. Just do a little something like that, maybe. Oof, that's awkward. That's awkward. So one of them will be coal, one of them will be iron. So let's get some iron in this one, and let's get some coal in that one. And this one will become slag. And we would like to make sure that that is nice and empty. There we go. So that's going to be our starting steel setup, and that'll allow us to go in here. So this should be all constructible at the moment. We're out of limestone. So let's have a quick look at this. Can we get another guy to focus on limestone, please? And another truck as well. Not that it's super important, I think, for us at this point in time. We are digging that out pretty niftily there. We'll keep doing that and see where that's at. We are sulfur processing over here. That thing is all done. So let's get this built. I believe we should have everything we need to get that built. We don't have water here, do we? We need water as part of this process. So let's just have a quick look. Do we have water nearby? Over there, if we wanted to do another round of it. We also could look into desalination. I think for the time being, I may just do the liquid storage. Right here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having the guys come in here. So if we do that... Oh, I don't think this is going to work. No. Yeah, that's not going to work, actually. That's silly of me. Hang on. So that was a bit of a mistake then. So if I let's do this. If I clear all of this stuff. Oh no! Let's just get rid of all of that. Clear that out. Clear that out. Even get rid of this. Okay, that was my bad. That was my bad. Okay, now let's try that again. The molten channel. If we run the molten channel there. Okay, and I'm comfortable to give that a go. So please do build that for us. Now, if we wanted to run the pipe. There we go. So that will give us water. So go ahead and build that. Give us water over here and keep that nice and full. I don't think it uses super lots of water. There we go. And this will be able to offset into our storage facility. So let's get a storage unit. Well, right over there. And we'll tie that in and we'll get these items built as well. Excellent. So we've got units everywhere. That's pretty good. The limestone's back up, so I can probably move. Delete the limestone preference there. We've got one on a limestone preference, and hopefully they will find it. Anyway, keep digging. Limestone is going to keep being a bit of a problem for us, so I may continue to do a bit of a flat dig through there and get one of them probably go back. Our food is looking absolutely amazing. No problems with that. Our unity is all good. Our health is awesome. Our population is actually growing. Let's see. Our ship is back and damaged. Let's repair it a little bit. Doesn't need a lot to get that sorted. And we're starting to see some steel. Now, we do need to get these things. This is the issue. We need a little bit more here. That one is nice and filled up, even though. Okay, excellent. Now that's good. That's good. So now we've got a bit of a steel production running also. We can redo our production lines in the future if we need it. But now we've got a steel production over here. That means we can make our way to start building some of this. Not enough maintenance. We should have more than enough maintenance unless we've run out of something. We've run out of something. Why have we run out of something? We've run out of rubber. No, we can't possibly have run out of rubber, can we? How come you're not getting... Keep that one nice and full for us, please. And that is no truck import, but truck export is certainly on. So rubber needs to be moved. So we'll get rubber getting here quickly. But running out of maintenance is, of course, a bit of an issue. So let's switch this one on. It's got a few things ready to go. This is pretty important. That's a P8. This needs to be like, this is a P9. So that should get us going straight away. Excellent. That's moving again. These are pretty good. That's all good. So the rubber was a bit of a challenge. I may want to expand our rubber storage a little bit, just to make sure we've got a little bit more room here. So let's do that. Expand that. Ooh, probably didn't want to do that. This thing should have warned me. This needs to warn me if less than a quarter, notify me. If it's less than a quarter, similarly, I think this one needs to. Yeah, I think that's okay. We should be able to get this moving on again. Believe that's okay. The maintenance should sort itself out. So we'll give a little bit of a weight on this. We should have a fair bit more steel coming in now. Just need those electronics to move along a little quicker. Can I? Let's put a bit of a boost in here just to get them moving a little bit quicker now. Yeah, at least that's moving now. Probably would be good if we fill this thing up a bit more. Maintain a decent supply of it. Yeah, that's going to be good. Get a nice big storage going over here. Excellent. Well, that's another 40 minutes there. So we've got our steel setup going. We will get our assembly parts 3 up and running soon. This needs to be really important. We need to critically move a lot of stuff through here. But I think it is happening. It's just we just need to get it built a little quicker. That's good. That's good. It's all good. It's all good. We just needed that little storage alert to do its thing. Out of 3s on this side, so let's come back and sort out our 3s on this side of the map. Yeah, that would be good. So this area is nice and clean, ready to go, and we're very slowly starting to fill up some of this. Okay, that's good. Is this getting a bit deeper? Yeah, everything is looking pretty healthy actually. Oh, steel has now joined the party over here. That's good. Let's keep them all there. Yeah, copper is dropping pretty rapidly now due to our rapid production here. But I do need, wow, I just need us to get this buffer sorted. Wow. That's really problematic, actually. Sulfur processing is now done, so we will need to start focusing on that also in the next episode. We may have to add another one here, and we may have to expand this a little bit more. We'll have to have a look at that in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!